Okay, my name is Toshwa Alexander Jr. I'm owner of 7 Day Ones Promotions. That is my clothing label, and it's my brand and record label. Excuse me. Um, and basically, it came to me in a dream one time, or maybe it didn't come to me in a dream. Maybe I listened to a song and I got it. But either way, 7 Day Ones is something that stuck with me, and I was like, all right, bet I'm running with it, right? So I took it to my friends. I said, what you think about this? They said, oh, it's dope. I drew something up real quick. Got it to somebody. Somebody put it on the shirt for me, and then there it was. Like I didn't need to think about it or anything like that. It was just like spur of the moment. And then like people got to ask me like, what does it mean? And I was able to come up with like 7 days a week. Me and my day ones get paid, hence the design. You know what I mean? The money sign at the end. If you can see it, if everybody can see it, that's a big thing. And so, really, man, I just wanted to start something to get um a name or something, just a brand to get people familiar with me. Um, and so that's what that was. I'm now learning that there needs to be a little bit more personality in it. It needs to be a little bit more personable. It's not just like a brand, but it's somebody's like everything. So it can't just be like it's plain little design. It's got to be a whole lot of like layers and stuff like that. So I just been digging into that as well. But that's me. And who are you?
I'm Isabella. Some of you may know me as Dave's stepdaughter. Here interviewing Toshua. It was one of Dave's things. He wanted me to do it. I don't know exactly why, but I think Toshua, you and I we have some similarities with our
Mm-hmm.
interests. So essentially, what you were doing, if I'm understanding you right, you were branding yourself, right? And then you were
Yes, ma'am.
aspects of yourself
Yes,
people
ma'am.
wanted to see most and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are some other parts of yourself that are all under this brand?
Um, okay, so one, my designs for clothing. Of course, I got Full Suffer. I got a couple other things that I'm thinking about doing, but one is my clothing label. Another is a promotion thing. So me and all my friends, like most of my friends are artists. So and they need someone or some entity or some kind of thing to bring their art to the world. Because everybody knows when you're trying to be a rapper or a musician, like people will literally just like not even like look at you when you're trying to put your music out. So I want this to be reputable. Of course, it's got to get there someday. But I did this for also my friends. So the promotion aspect, so I can promote my friends and their business and maybe their music or whatever it is that they have going on. And then third, it's the music thing. So I have all my publishing rights to all the music that I make. I'm a very good artist. I'm a great writer, really. Um, and so I write all my songs, and once all my songs, I buy all my beats from all my friends, and like so all of my stuff is mine, and I publish all my music as well. So those are three facets to 7 Day Ones that I have right now locked down. Those three layers.
Yeah, music's clearly very important to you. You said this maybe even came to you from a song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Music is very important, very, very, very important.
Okay. And you're
Cornerstone of my life.
gotcha. And you want to, yeah, help other people follow that
Mm-hmm.
through
If
music.
I can.
Absolutely. Okay. So, yes, we know that music's very important. Then also fashion, because, I'm a fashion person, and I've been telling
Nice.
Dave, I said, put me on with Toshua. I want to know more about your design. And I know you're pulled in a lot of different directions, but tell me a bit more about that side.
My designs and stuff.
Yes.
Well, really, honestly, I get inspiration from like I let that stuff come to me. Like I don't sit here and like try to sketch out my new designs like all day because I know that's like if I'm trying to come up with it, then it's gonna be a good chance it's not gonna be any good. But if I let it come to me, like I was reading a book one time and I saw just two words, Full Suffer. I was like, ooh, that'd be dope. So I drew it up. I drew it up and I sent it to somebody. Somebody sent it back to me, and boom, there we go. I got my new design. Um, I have a lot. Well, I don't have a lot, but I have a couple friends who do their own clothing thing, and I really just took little tips and pieces from them about how they started theirs off, what they're doing, and I really just incorporated into my own. At one point, I had my own I had like a press. I had a like a Cricut cutting machine, which is how you get your vinyl, like something like this. And I had I had like the whole setup like at my mom's house. I had a whole like clothing making market, I guess, at my mom's house, and I was just like hustling. That didn't really for me. I'm so busy, like I can't really do that. I can't. It's not sustainable for me. So I sold the press, really just destroyed that. But I want it back. I want it back now because I feel like I want to go back to work on it. But yeah, that if you were ever to want to get into clothing or anything, please let me know because I know all kinds of people, tricks and trades, on how you can get in as cheap as possible because people really try to charge you arm and leg to get your clothing line off, and it's really not that. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so we got for Christmas, Tasha, we got several hoodies from you. Dave
Yeah.
with. I love the name and the logo and those hoodies.
Thank
Ashton
you.
and I, we wear them all over, and we tell our friends, "Yo, check out my new," like trying to put them on your brand. So we definitely love that. Ashton's my brother. For those of you who don't know, we're both kind of getting into streetwear a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably our favorite right now.
I could see Ashton all day. All right. So look, I just got this camera too, y'all. So
Okay.
aside from yeah. Aside from all of that, I want to start getting y'all's pictures taken, and I want to start with the Commonwealth, and everybody's important to Dave, and everybody's important to everybody. Really, I want to get some pictures. I got so much film. I went to the store and bought like way too much film the other day, and like now I'm just trying to get my photography, like all my angles right for free because I know I don't know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Practice. Yep.
But Ashton would be perfect, and I feel like you and Ashton really would be perfect for like that kind of photo shoot type thing. I mean, y'all have like very 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 nice genuine features about yourself too. So
Thank you.
run that past him for me if you
I
can.
will. Yeah, he just got the off-white shoes and belt. That's his new. Yeah. So okay, yeah, that's such a fun angle. Now you and I are just going off on our own personal tangent, but yeah, for my senior project, I made like a small fashion line of some things. But
No way.
yeah, so I'll have Dave send over some pictures, and I have a little website. But I found the part I loved the most was working with models who were just like my friends, no professionals. And I just dressed them in clothes from my closet. So not even stuff I'd made because I hadn't made enough.
Mm-hmm.
But dressed them up, posed them, and did a photo shoot with just, like one of my friends who does photography. So much fun. And everyone felt so good, they loved the pictures. They loved how the clothes made them feel. So if you ever want me on that side of things, you and I could collab. Make some.
Absolutely, we will get that rolling like ASAP because not only am I into fashion, but my younger sister's way more into fashion than me. Like she has her own clothing line, like legit clothing line. Like she gets stuff ordered from California and stuff. And I want to get with her and kind of ask her, see how she's doing it. I'll relay back the information to you, but it's called Her Jeans, and what she's doing is way like I don't know if it's not like out of my league per se, but she's just doing it a little bit different. She's ordering clothes from vendors and having them sent here, and she's selling them for her company. So as opposed to me, I'm just making my clothes. You see what I'm saying? I'm making all of mine. She's just, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing. So yeah, I would definitely we should definitely get that rolling. You and my sister, and then Ashton, we get together and get like that fashion thing going. I think that'll be really sweet. I got somewhere we can go to take pictures and stuff. One of my friends has a green screen. We have like the whole like the content creation station. You know what I mean?
I will tell Ashton, he'll be thrilled too. He thinks he wants to model. Well, he was for a while. But he wasn't super confident in front of the camera. So he and I did a couple shoots together, and I help him like loosen up and know how to pose. But he'd definitely be interested in building a portfolio of some cool merch type stuff. So
hey, repetition is key. I mean, I feel like if I get to him maybe 3 or 4 times this year, ain't no telling him nothing. He on the first train smoker to Fashion Week.
right. Yeah,
I'm
and
just
I love
playing,
this aspect of the Commonwealth too, how collaborative it is.
I love the Commonwealth.
Yeah, there's, I don't mean to say there's so few people, but it's a small group of people. But everyone's got, someone else with, enough in common that you guys can work together. I love what Dave's doing.
And I plan on deepening those relationships in time. Those guys, I mean, these people, every time I get on that Zoom call with Dave and all his cohorts, I just leave so inspired, thinking about another way to forward or to progress in my particular business. And I think that's amazing because you don't come across ways to grow your business every day. You know what I mean? And that stuff got to come to you on. You got to be looking for it. You know?
Yeah. And your platform, you still want to be a collaboration kind of, right, of artists.
Absolutely. I
So,
never wanted to do anything by myself.
oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, just finding people who just want to help, to share their knowledge and help other people,
Mm-hmm.
like out of the goodness of their heart, but also just to learn from it. I love it. And I don't think there's enough of that yet.
For
So,
sure.
where's
I
that
agree with you.
platform for that? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay. Should we circle back around to the music? Because I know that's what's taking off for you right now. I can see you have so many ideas. I think
Mm-hmm.
that, and you're just overflowing with it. And the last time I saw you, I believe, was at Men's Warehouse, right? When
Yep.
you come in to get suit fitted. And I met you under this like very professional, like, I'm helping you find something. And I had no idea when I got on the call today and I got to really know who Toshwa was. I was like, oh my gosh, you just
Yeah. I mean, I have two sides of me. When I go to work, I have to put like this whole suit and get all dapper and stuff. Or I show my face and people are like, "Oh no, you're a nice, you know, well put together young man." And I pride myself on that. But I also want that to be the face of my brand as well. Once I get done, like I have a goal by the end of this year. Either I'll be working one job, not two jobs, but one good job, or um 7 day one's gonna take off completely and I can just quit both of my jobs. But music, man, I've been doing music since I was like I understood music before I could speak. Let's just put it that way.
uh-huh.
And so something that comes supernatural to me, I never really had interest in. I can't say I wasn't interested in school, but school wasn't my thing. I wasn't organized enough. I wasn't When I was a kid, I did not know that I could not stress the importance of school. So for me, I would just graduate. I just gravitated towards music and everything that I did, and to this day, I do still do. For my hopeful, maybe one day, I have dreams of selling some music for real. But I've been writing seriously since I was in 10th grade. I wrote my first verse when I was in second. Um, yeah, and it wasn't good, so I didn't, that I put it down for a while. But when I learned a couple more words, I came back at it, and I was like, okay. One of my best friends, his name is David Benzo. He had a little studio. He had just like a real poopy mic, some headphones, and a computer. And he had me go in there and rap. I would I would show you my first song, but it was so bad, it was terrible. David Benzo told me, he said, "Look, man, keep going, keep writing." And I kept doing, I kept at it. Sooner or later, man, I was one of the best artists in Fuquay, which ain't really saying much, but now I'm like one of the best artists out here, like seriously. Um, David ended up passing away a couple years ago. 2016, he ended up passing away, and that was very devastating to my whole friend group. I told you I did everything for my friend group, and so we were together until we weren't. And once you leave high school, I mean, I know you feel it. Like when all your friends, you kind of just like fall apart. Everybody goes their own way, and you'll still be cool with some of them, but like all those dreams, everything y'all were talking about, it might be in the backseat, or somebody might even forgot about it. So once Benzo passes away, one of my best friends, his name is Nate. He quit rapping, and the guys quit making beats and this, that, and the third. And so I'm just out here by myself. But I always knew in the back of my mind, I said, you know what, Benzo won't want me to quit. So I kept going and I kept going. I ended up meeting his mentor, which is now one of my mentors. He he's teaching me everything I and more, seriously, towards really being professional, running a business, and running a business in music. His name is David as well. His name is, well, I call him Track. Once I met him, I mean, like last year we had our own little studio, and we was really going for it until some guy came along and tried to take our little style from us, and we had to quit. But we're gonna get it back going again, and he's really like, I mean, I'm telling you, the leadership this guy's portrayed, and he showed me. I'm telling you, I would do anything for this guy. He's got another studio. We got another studio coming up. We can get green screens. We're gonna start recording and making music videos and doing all of this stuff again. But we're gonna do it all up underneath our name this time. And so I'm just really excited for this year. Because I finished my album. The album's done. I'm done on the albums now. I can do all this other auxiliary stuff where I'm not working on music. I feel like I'll have nothing to do, and so I could just help whoever needs help now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll show you some. I'll show y'all some music though. I got some music out already.
Please do. The only song, and it wasn't even all of the song that I heard is someone left Dave a voicemail in which he was playing your music. So I'm listening to like a second like recording of your music. So I couldn't fully appreciate it, but
that was Danny. I showed Danny. Danny showed David. He was like, "Yo."
You were so impressed. Yeah. So what I hear, yeah, is that for you it's really, you know, music is your passion, and then finding a way to like make a living off of it. You're like the king of doing everything you can, you know, the hustle. So finally being able to make a living and then extending that to other people. You know, I've got so many, well, several of my friends, you know, X changed their life. Like music is their religion, specifically X. And they swear by his music.
Really? Tentacion, right?
Yep.
Man, listen. I was really into him when he was alive, right? I heard that first look at me and I was like, oh my God, he's incredible. And I listened to all his music, bro, I think I cried when he passed away because I was a fan of his, but I wasn't like really impressionable because like the guy was my age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I see why you say like a lot of your friends are inspired by X. His X he was a special talent, generational talent. People don't think that about him, but I really think so. He was amazing to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can't relate to him in some ways, but I listened to his music. His music caught on with me for sure. But just seeing how someone, because I think, you know, for the kids my age, because we're a bit younger than you know, we've known him more dead than alive. So, yeah, the impression he left on people and the inspiration he was. So music really, you know, has a huge impact on people. So bringing that to.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to listen to his music after he passes because then you get to see how passionate he was. Then you get to see how human he was. You know, on Earth, yeah, you could have vilified him for all the stuff that he was in trouble for, but man, the guy made some good music. You know, and I think that's all that. You know, if you can help somebody through music, I think that's powerful. I think that's some of the most powerful stuff that you can do. Like. Mm-hmm. Because you don't have to be there. You know, that song is gonna play and play and play and play and play and play. Yeah, you can die and go on and do all this other stuff, but your music is still gonna stay the same. That song is still gonna feel that same way. So that's really why I do it, because I know that there's power in music. You know, there's guys like Bob Marley and, you know, your biggest artists of today like Drake who go about the world inspiring people every day, just doing normal, regular schmegular stuff. You know, and I don't think you need to get praised for doing regular stuff, but that special feeling that people feel when they hear that music, oh man, like I feel like that is worth the world to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you were building, yeah, a platform to have that impression on people and spread that.
Yeah. I think it'll, hopefully it goes well. I'm not trying to really build a roster of artists because you know how artists get when they blow up, they start to get jaded. You know, the money start coming, they start to do this, they start to do that. I still want the focus, you know, to stay the same, you know, through the whole thing. That's why I'm not in a rush. I don't really care to like blow up and get famous and stuff, because this is like, that music is like, to me, it's like breathing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do music regardless. So if I can help somebody, you know, if somebody's more talented than me, I'm definitely gonna write them a song. If they blow up, go ahead, do your thing. But like, I'm not one of the people that's sitting there trying to go blow up so fast. And then I end up forgetting about my mama and all that stuff. I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good place to be in, huh? Yeah, I don't really know what the music industry looks like now. I know like the different social media platforms and everything has changed that business a lot. Mm-hmm. Record labels.
Yep, especially since COVID has it looking a lot more different than it did. You know what I mean? Last year, because you know no one's doing shows and stuff, so guys are really having to rely on their talent to make good music to get paid. Yeah, and you're starting to see that some people don't really got it like that. You know what I mean? There's only a few people who could really drop one song and make a whole lot of money. Like Cardi B's one of them. Cardi B dropped like 2 songs in the past 2 years, and she's still stinking rich off of them. But then you're seeing a lot more women in the game now, because you're starting to see how passionate they are, how talented they are. And the guys they're just not cutting it. Guys aren't doing enough nowadays. They want to sit there and talk about the same stuff. You can't do that. You know what I mean? COVID, you gotta be so creative. You had to be creative with how you reach people. And I feel like I'm being creative because I have so much going on, but I still have to get my product out. And I'll tell you, it's coming. It's coming. But I just gotta take some more time. I'm not rushing.
You're a busy man, yeah, but making time for your passion is good. I sometimes have been wondering during quarantine, like, what are these songwriters doing? You know, like, you're not performing, you're not on the road. Where's the music? Like, Taylor Swift keeps churning out song after song. Like, she can't, you know, because she loves it. That's what she wants to do.
See, that's why I like Taylor though. People like to hate on Taylor, but Taylor is an artist. See, me, I see Taylor straight. I see straight through Taylor because she makes good music. She just makes music. You know what I mean? It's like breathing to her. There's people like that. That's why I know that it's like there's a bar. You know what I mean? For people, some people can make it off a song. Anybody can make it off a song, but there's a bar. You know, where you can stay in music. You gotta have a connection with it. You gotta have a connection with either the music or the people. If you can't do it, you might as well quit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you said you're a good writer, right? Like on that side of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's so important. I mean, that's personally what I respect in music. So I like to hear that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of people, especially nowadays, because I go to studios. If you ever go to the studio with me, you'll see that I got a lot of guys go in and freestyle whatever the heck come off the top of their mind, and it might be nice. But if you take like 24 hours to write a song, as opposed to just going in and just doing it, I promise you that the finished product of that written song is gonna be amazing. Some people like Young Thug who will go in and do what they do anyway, but they don't really be saying nothing, right? They never say anything.
It's
You
all
know,
the same things, yeah.
It's all the same thing. So I really pride myself on writing. Sometimes like I don't have to write every time. I've gotten a lot better at freestyling. But I really, really, really love to write. Like I feel like that's what gets me in my zone. That's where I always start at. Then everything else is exploded from there. I even write down I gotta write down my goals. I gotta write down my dreams. I gotta write my every day down in my planner. Like I write everything down. So I always keep a pen. Sorry, you can't see it because it's blended in, but I got a pen on me, and it's and that's just pretty much my whole thing.
I like to hear that. Yeah, that definitely sets you apart, because especially with like how electronic music has taken off, like anyone can make music on their computer. You know, I have classmates who are sitting down like, oh, I'm making music, you know, and so yeah, you can go in, you can record that. Anyone can make a catchy beat, but yeah, having all of the components together is what makes it really good.
It's rare. It's really and it's a lot harder than people think it is. Like you can't just pick up a pen and write a great song, like a chart topping song. I still have yet to do it, and that just lets you know how hard it could be to write a song. I would sit here in front of this, but I've written out like, oh my gosh, I have written out like 20 books in my lifetime full of lyrics. And you wouldn't believe what happened to it, but yeah, I lost all my books in my parents' divorce. My mom threw them all out, took them to the dump. Huh?
Oh, that's horrible.
That's terrible, right? Yeah.
Oh.
She didn't know she was doing it.
Oh,
But,
ouch. Yeah.
I lost all. Yeah, I had like 20 books written out. I was so hurt. I think I cried that night. But it was like 10 years worth of work she threw away. But yeah, I had like 20 books written out, like, and I would hold these big old stacks of books in both hands, just like, yeah, this me. I wrote all these out. You know, like it's just how dedicated I am. How just like I'll just do it like it's nothing. You know.
Yeah, I think about that a lot with these artists who are clearly, you know, writers, just churn out that. It's like we hear like such a small percent of their work, you know?
That's crazy. Yeah, that's another thing. You hear a little bit of that work. I wish I could get into some of those. One day I'm gonna get into those higher upper echelons of artists, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you exactly how much music they got, because I got a couple people I want to ask is just try to get some music off of, like some inspirations for me would be like Jay-Z, uh, ASAP Rocky. I don't really, because I'm a writer. I don't really like too much music. Uh, I don't say I don't like it, but I'm not I don't find myself really inspired by a lot of people out of Atlanta because they have this whole like they got a whole other different swag. But most of my music inspirations come from either New York or California with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is a great writer. Ice Cube was a great writer. Tupac was a great writer. And those are pretty. Oh, how can I forget Kanye West? Kanye West. Oh my gosh, I love him. And then J. Cole. J. Cole is who all my concerts I've been to in my life have been J. Cole concerts because I love J. Cole that much. Like he is my, and I know he live around here somewhere. I'm gonna go to his house someday.
Who do you think your music is the most similar to? If you had to.
That's tough. That's tough. And I like to get that question a lot because it makes me think every time. But I usually get from everybody different people. So I one girl told, like Danny's daughter told him I sound like Trippie Redd. You know who Trippie Redd is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she said I sound like him. I was like, wow, that's new.
Right.
But me personally, I think I sound like I would say ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
Only because he was really a when I first started like really seriously getting into rapping, I was following his blueprint very closely. He did a lot of stuff with his friends growing like when he blew up. And so I was trying to do the same thing. And so like, I liked his flow, I liked his whole swag and how he kind of just like walks on beats.
Okay.
Not really like, yeah, you know what I mean? Dude got crazy flow. I mean, he's not that nice no more, but when he was hot, he was hot.
Yeah, so many people, their earlier work is better before fame hit.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, it does. Especially if you're rapping about, a very personal experience and then your connection to that, like you said, dies. Yeah.
So what got you into fashion? What got you started in that?
I don't remember. Today after we had the Commonwealth meeting, I was trying to think of what that original thing was. I don't know. So like growing up, my grandmother bought me a ton of clothes. So like kind of like I always was kind of swaggy. And so maybe just having like that medium to work in, it became like an outlet for my creativity. And I do like all types of art. So fashion just became another one. But I think, and my mom taught me how to sew. So like from a young age, that was so important. Yeah.
That's huge.
Sew and do other handwork like knitting. So we would like make hats together for her to wear, that kind of thing, little things. And then through school we did some sewing. Like in 8th grade, I made this kind of like poofy pink prom dress from a pattern. So I didn't design that. And then for my senior project, I guess I just knew I wanted to do fashion. And randomly one day I came home and like made a pair of like patchwork overalls from denim, different colors of denim.
Oh, come on.
I had this vision in my head one day and I was like, wait, I couldn't find it anywhere online. And I was like, this needs to exist. So I made those and that started it. I think that was my first official design.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So you can make stuff from scratch.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And it's not in any way sustainable. Like the amount of hours it takes me to make this stuff, I could never sell it for that. So at some point in the future, I'll have to figure out, how to really replicate my designs.
Outsourcing.
Yeah, made from scratch, and then I upcycle things too.
Well, okay. So I would wonder. I do want to sit and brainstorm about how we could find a way to duplicate clothes that you make by hand. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's somebody like we can go find somebody to make it, but I haven't looked into that. That's interesting.
Yeah, me either.
I can definitely help you with that though.
Okay, I would love that. I've told Dave, put me in touch with Toshwa because I wanted to know some more about like, specifically fashion. I didn't know so much about the music. But you've been so busy. So
Oh yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But you can get my phone number from Dave. You always text me.
Oh yeah, I'll do that for sure. And I'll let Ashton know also.
Yeah, get Ashton my number too. And I will have to like make it a point to see y'all maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. Just to make sure, like, I gotta get some pictures of y'all. But yeah, I definitely gotta get in touch with y'all more often because that fashion. Yeah, I don't want that to get away from me at all. You know what I'm saying?
You have a skill for sure with that. Yeah. And I think you can make money off of it too while you sleep eventually. Get a few good designs out there.
All I need is a couple good ones. I need
Yeah.
like just a few good ones. I don't need the whole thing to be fire. I just need a couple good ones. People will be like, "Oh, I like that," and buy it. Bam, bam, bam. I'm good.
Right. Yeah, and then you get a couple good ones, and people then want your name. So
Mm-hmm.
and those hoodies are getting out there. Never go out of style. No one will
Yep.
ever not want a hoodie.
Right. And then boom, there's your brand. People seeing Full Suffer all over the place. Then they're hearing music and they're like, "What in the world is dude is taking over?" Yeah, that's
Yeah,
me.
like I'm as a designer, like my brother loves the name brands, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes he'll order these things, and he was never to the extreme of like paying $50 just for a T-shirt, or like more, I guess, than 50 now,
Yeah.
just for the name, the logo. But still, and so then he got into this off-white stuff, which I'll admit, like that guy's doing something that's never been done before, like that those
Virgil, come
original.
on.
But still, he got the belt, and I'm like, okay, so this is a seat belt with off-white like embroidered in it, essentially, that you just paid $300 for.
$300.
Yeah. For like it's not a seatbelt, it's a toe strap. Even the buckle is that of like a toe strap. So I'm like, okay, well, I respect what this guy did, and like how I love his stuff, and it's so original. But really,
You know what? And it's crazy because Virgil is Virgil Abloh. That's who owns Off White.
mm-hmm.
I, he's the creative designer for Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. I'm still trying to figure out why people love Off White so much. Like, what is it? It's just, you said it's because it's simple.
Well, I think it was kind of the first of its thing, like
Mm.
the peak street style.
Mm-hmm.
But I also don't know, like,
I'm gonna look into it. I
yeah.
think I think there's a lot to learn from Virgil. I think if
Mm-hmm.
if Ashton loves it, I think I should definitely learn. What it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to learn what the consumer's gonna want
Right.
at the end of the day.
You got that the hoodie, which it's cute, it's got a cute pattern. It's black, and then he did like a couple of like splotches of paint, and then of course the X type thing, his off-white logo. But I mean that's it. So,
Simple.
yeah. With this streetwear,
It's probably really nice quality too, though.
it is good quality. Yeah. Except his shoes broke. He was on
What?
that.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. So that was more, didn't look great for the brand, but
The shoes broke?
yeah, like the side like adhesive started popping off, and he was like, these are skateboarding shoes, like you should be able to like wear and tear them, and he's like, I just walk.
I'm dead. So yeah, so he definitely need to go. I think you can get that one. When did he buy him?
I know, he's working on returning them though.
Oh yeah, well yeah, because you give him exchange. No,
Yep.
the sneakerheads don't play about their shoes, and you best believe if if some off whites is breaking, you can get it replaced for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I think that is there anything else you want to talk about, bring up?
Nah, I mean, I want you to send me some more first a picture of those overalls that you made, and I just want to what I'm saying, keep building that conversation on fashion, because I think you really got something going there, and then I think we can collaborate, and then that way we got something going there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I love that. Also, I mean, I don't know where you are exactly in this like the music stage with other people, but I got friends who would love a platform to work.
Beautiful. Yes, that is where I'm at, because basically what I do is I bring people in to my network. Basically, I know producers, engineers, videographers. I mean, you name anything you name about making a song or a album or creating content and putting it together and making it your own. I can find you somebody who can help you. Okay. So if you have anybody that want to chop it up with some people in my corner, just let me know. That's what I do right now. I'm doing it for free because nobody know me. So I want to get my name in as many ears as I can, and then like let's get him to the studio. Let's get him working on some music. Like I have so many people that I can help you with.
Gosh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell you're gonna be like a dream come true to so many young artists.
Let's go.
I don't know if they have any potential. I'm not super good. Like I don't have an ear. And sometimes it all just sounds the same to me, but I will talk to them, and if anyone's interested, I'll let you know.
Yep, slide on my number. Just slide on my number.
All
it's
right.
okay. You just tell them.
I will. That's awesome.
Thank you, Isabel. I appreciate this conversation so much.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I mean, this was hugely beneficial to me. I don't know about the rest of the audience, but Dave can determine that.
And I hope the audience could learn something about me. I'm going to start doing better at getting my name out there and putting content out and making sure people know me. That's why I got this camera right here, so I can kind of take pictures and up my content output. So one of my friends told me, he just told me the other day, he said, if I didn't know you, I wouldn't listen to any of your music because it doesn't really resonate with him. You know what I'm saying? So my only job would be letting people know me. You know what I'm saying? And that's my friend telling me that. He knew me, he knows me, and he's like, I wouldn't even check this out. But since he knows me, he plays it on repeat. So I'm saying, okay, all I gotta do is get people to know my face, know my brand, and that's it.
I've been there with people for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Out there.
It is.
The fashion, you're the whole picture.
I didn't, but it didn't start off this way. I had to pick up all these little things to kind of just deepen my influence and foundation. But yeah, it's looking like it's everything right now. I just got to execute.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily you and I we're young still. We have time.
Yeah, that's the thing I got on my side.
Dave will he'll bring up like some new like young entrepreneur that like someone put him in contact with or he's working with. Like the one today, the CEO of his own company, and he's 23. And I was like, I am running out of time. Like,
oh no. How old are you, Isabel?
I'm 19.
Oh my God.
It feels like where does this time go? Everyone's achieving stuff younger and younger.
Listen, I can say that I'm a CEO of my own company, but I really went out and I started my own company in 2019, I think. It was 2019. It was after Nipsey passed. I went and started my own company because I wanted to take myself seriously. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily, I mean, it's starting your own company is easy. Like in North Carolina, all you got to do is go put $125 at the treasurer and boom, you got your own company. Mm-hmm. So like starting a company is nothing. Running a company. Yeah. See, that's where people get hung up. So you keep on, man. You're 19 years old, man. I swear, if you keep on this track, you'll be rich by the time you turn 22.
That's the plan, something like that. Yeah.
It's crazy. That's amazing. Good job. Keep it up. And I help in whatever way I can, okay?
Okay, yeah, you're a great person. I'm glad you and I finally were able to connect. Because Dave doesn't know what he's talking about. I needed to hear from you what you were doing.